I'm Amber.
And here are some more wuzzles. And it was like, what is a wuzzle? It was an old cartoon where they combined two different animals to make a wuzzle. Then it was two times the fun. You had to be there. Also, it is Saturday, the morning of Saturday when we're recording this. And I don't have tea today, so we'll have a special joke tea time, but it's really coffee time.
I have tea, so it's still tea time.
All right, folks, our letter this morning is titled, Am I a jerk for calling my girlfriend disgusting and telling her that she should be ashamed when she was crying? I'm a 40-year-old man, and my girlfriend is a 38-year-old female. She has a daughter from a previous partner who is 14 and a freshman in high school. I went over there yesterday to find my girlfriend crying. I tried to figure out what was going on and where I could help when she told me that she was crying about her daughter and how she is doing in school. I love her daughter. She is the sweetest girl ever, and I wish that my daughters were as well behaved as her. I have to describe her daughter. She has a nice friends group, she does not have trouble with bullies, and generally seems very happy. I bet you're wondering why her mother would be crying if this were the case. Well, her mother, my girlfriend, was crying because her daughter is not a popular cheerleader athlete, homecoming queen, that she was when she was in school. Her daughter marches to the beat of her own drum, which I think is the best that anyone can hope for. Is a little bit dorky, but her own mother referred to her as a loser during this crying fit. She is very into anime, and some of her friends actually started an anime club at their school. Pokemon and video games. Most of her wardrobe is black t-shirts with anime or video games characters on them. Anyways, she is a happy kid. She's got her social circles and they all have similar interests. It's just not the social circle that her mom wishes she was in. Here are some quotes from her during this that turned me red. I would never have imagined my daughter would be a dweeb. She needs to grow out of this before college. And my personal favorite, I wouldn't have been caught dead with those kids that look like that. I called her disgusting, and I told her that she should be ashamed of herself. I said that her daughter is happy, and how would she feel to hear her mom crying about her perceived popularity? I told her how lucky she has it that her daughter doesn't have to deal with a lot of the same issues that kids do these days. This ends with her being upset with me because instead of consoling her when she was crying, I called her names. And I don't think crying means anything. She was saying horrible things. All right, folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
I'm gonna go with mostly not the jerk here. I mean, if you literally just said that she was disgusting, like, I don't think that that's jerk worthy
Yeah.
territory. If the names she's referring to are worse names, that would give you a little bit. But your girlfriend is 100% a jerk here.
Yeah, well, that's just it. That's my feelings on it exactly. It's like it's not clear if OP did say other things or if it's just explicitly this stuff. Because if it's explicitly this stuff, she needed to be called out on it.
Yeah, because this is unacceptable behavior from her.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
your children are not your clones, they're not there for you to live vicariously through, and you just have to accept they're their own independent people, and they're not lesser than for liking things that are different from what you like.
And the thing is, it seems like she's not even making any kind of effort at all to
Mm-hmm.
connect with her daughter on some kind of mutual shared interest. She's just unhappy that her daughter is into, weird, dweeby,
Yeah,
geeky
she's
things.
not a mini me.
Yeah. And I think that's really sad because it means that she can't appreciate her daughter's own unique personality,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just sad. It really is. So I don't think OP is in the wrong in general. It really just depends if there were additional insults here.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, no need to be uncivil.
And I will say that Pokemon, I mean, all those things are cool, but Pokemon especially, I'm quite a fan of. So, sounds like the daughter has good taste.
Yeah, never loves Pokemon.
I do.
So, anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, there are a couple of comments that I want to read here because I just think they're amusing. And Yellow Jacket 1996 says, This doesn't feel like a 40-year-old man wrote it. And Jack Kaiser 24 says, You know what makes me hesitant? The diacritical mark above the E in Pokemon. First, that it's going the right way. When many people mess this up, but also that if you're on desktop, that's not an easy thing to write. And then they'd go on to basically be like, look, this person couldn't have possibly wrote this. And then but the age range is just past the age group to be a fan of Gen 1. They have been in high school at that time at the youngest, and I was in 4th grade at the time, and they're almost 10 years older than me. Not out of the question, but it does cast doubt. But if OP is a nerdy, dorky kid who's really into Pokemon, well, that starts to make more sense. It's not for sure a thing, but it casts doubt in my mind. And yeah, I love how people are like, this can't be real because someone used the mark above the Pokemon name. And then IR Mooney says, on mobile, it autocorrects Pokemon, though. Maybe he typed it on mobile. And OP replies, this is the funniest thread that I've had the pleasure to read in quite some time. Maybe I'm like Santa in that if you believe in me, then I'm real. Also, I'm on mobile, and yes, Pokemon autocorrects. It's just like, why do people try to find the smallest things to like disprove these stories? It's just ridiculous.
It really is. One last comment though, OP, you may want to think seriously about whether you want to remain in a relationship with someone who thinks this way.
Yeah. Well, and that's just a good point, is that this is one of those situations where she's going to be a judgmental individual who's going to be very critical of anyone who isn't like her. And
Yeah.
yes, if you have kids as well, then is she going to start to project this kind of stuff onto your kids?
And
So,
it sounds like they're girls, or at least OP has some daughters, so
yeah,
like, will she want them to be the little homecoming queens
yeah.
too?
So I would be careful about this relationship, OP. It seems like there's some pretty big red flags here. I feel bad for the daughter because if
Right.
OP leaves, then she's going to be kind of on her own too. But then again, you have to protect your own children as well. It's a bad situation.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks, it is coffee time.
Tea time.
Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some coffee right here, and Amber's got a joke.
Knock knock.
Oh, this is an interactive joke.
Yes.
Hi, Amber. I'm getting the door. I'll be there in a second.
No, no.
The door.
Knock knock.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Knock knock.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Just hold your horses.
Knock knock.
I've got to put clothes on.
You're wearing
Pants.
clothes. Knock
Pants.
knock. You're wearing pants. I can see that.
Then how can you need to knock?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Radio.
A sentient radio is at my door. I'm very afraid. Radio who?
Radio not, here I come.
That's terrible, especially since you just intruded into my house. All you need.
Spoiler alert, this is my house.
Now you've stolen my house from me.
It's your house too. We're
You're-
both on the lease.
You're a radio. I don't know how a radio can own my house. I'm very afraid. I'm very, very afraid.
I'm the leaseholder now.
Please send help. A radio has come into my house, invaded my privacy, and stolen my possessions. And I've got coffee, and Amber's got mint tea. We don't have a special guest tea today, but we'll have one later today. Well, tomorrow. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And Amber, what is the moral? What have we learned today?
Don't judge people for their hobbies if they're nice hobbies. I want to caveat because I was like, if your hobby is murdering someone, like, then that's worth judging you for.
It's so strange. I wouldn't really classify that as a hobby at that point in time. I would describe that as crimes.
If your hobby is crimes, maybe reconsider.
If at first you don't succeed with having a kid that's just like you, then try again.
No, don't put all your own issues and baggage onto your kids. Let them be their own people.
So take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.